Yeah, good morning. Good morning, all. Online students, everyone can hear me. Is my voice is loud and clear? Online students, okay, done. So let's start the session. Yeah. So in today's class, we are going to discuss the next core Python continuation. And so just as in the previous class, okay, the last two classes, we have seen how to execute the code using the in terms of Jupyter notebook or in terms of Spyder. Yesterday, I have shown you how to execute the code in the Spyder. Okay, using the Spyder, how we can execute using Spyder. And along with that, I have shown you what is the difference between the Excel and SQL and Pandas. So we can use any of them for our data analysis. And even I have shown you how to execute the code using the Google Colab also. And I told you whichever you feel easy, that is the best option. You can select as per your choice. Wherever you are interested, you can select, right? So these are the things which we have covered in the last class. And along with that, I have entered into the core Python also in the last class itself. And in the core Python, we have seen what is meant by comments. First one, we have entered into the comments. Comments we are going to write by using the hash. If it is a multi-line comment, we are going to use triple inverted commas. And from there, we have seen what is values. We are having two types of values. One is called as numerical value. One is called as non-numerical value. And these values which we are going to store. Okay, whatever we are interested, we are going to store. Sir, what is values means nothing but whatever you are going to store, that is called as values, right? And after that, we have seen the variables. What is meant by variables and how the variables are allocated and what is variable assignment. So these are the things which we have covered in the last class, right? Now in today's class, we are going to discuss next from here, we are going to continue. So before continuing from here, through which one we are going to use, whether we are going to use Python command prompt, this one we have discussed. Ideally, we have discussed a new file within the ideally and writing the code there and executing in the console window. We have discussed Jupyter Notebook, Spyder, Google Colab, multiple things we have seen. Which one we are going to use for our regular class means I'm going to use the Jupyter Notebook, where I'm going to write the notes. I will write with respect to code and I will show you the output. So in my case, I'm going to use the Jupyter Notebook, which most of the data scientists and AI engineers are going to use in the real life. So this is the one I'm going to use. Simply, I will use this, right? And whichever you feel easy, that is the best. I'm not forcing you to use always the Jupyter Notebook only. Whichever you feel easy, that is the best option. Okay. Now, coming to today's class. Yeah. Now, here two important points we are going to discuss. Point number one. Okay. Students, whoever already paid, who has paid the course fees, who has paid, for them, you will receive, you will receive Google Classroom, Google Classroom invitation. You are going to receive the Google Classroom invitation for all the paid students. For all the paid students, you will receive the Google Classroom invitation and to your mail, to your mail ID, to your registered mail ID. Okay. So all the paid students are going to receive a Google Classroom invitation to your registered mail ID. Some of them already received yesterday. Some of them are going to receive today. Means yesterday evening, whoever has paid yesterday evening or something like that, those people will receive today. Offline students, while going outside, means once the class was completed, while going, please contact the admin. Admin will give you the classroom invitation. He will send to your mail. There is no classroom code. You are not going to enter any classroom code like that. They are going to send the classroom invitation to your mail. So I'm going to receive one classroom invitation in this way. So I'll show you how you will receive the classroom invitation also to your mail. So you are going to receive a classroom invitation by like this. Naresh IT Classroom. From Naresh IT Classroom, you are going to receive one Google Classroom invitation. Okay. Invitation to student. Here in my case, it is co-teach. In your case, you are going to receive as student invitation. Okay. Either it will be in the inbox. If it is not in the inbox, please check your spam also. Okay. Please check your spam also. Sometimes you may receive in spam. Please check your spam. Okay. So some people are receiving in terms of normal inbox. Some people are receiving in the spam. So please check your spam. And once you see this and once you join, there is an option called as accept invite. Click on the accept invite. Once you accept the invite, you will be joined into the Google Classroom. And once you are joined in the Google Classroom, now here you are going to choose, okay, Google Classroom. Once you are joined into the Google Classroom, just open your Google Classroom. So if you are using mobile phone, install the Google Classroom app, whether it is iOS or whether it is Android OS. Okay. For both operating systems, we are having the Google Classroom. Just install the Google Classroom and this is your classroom link. So here you are going to receive the classroom, and yesterday some of the students has already received and they have already joined. Some of the students has received the mail invite, but they have not yet joined. Means they have not clicked on the accept invite. Once they click on the accept invite, there will be access to the notes. Now, once you are joined in the Google Classroom, okay, once you join into the Google Classroom, here the drive will be there. Okay, in this drive, the entire notes will be there. Whatever we are discussing in the class, that will be uploaded here. Okay, and for offline students, your lab timings are from morning 8 to evening 8, and in the same building, third floor is the lab. Okay, this is for offline students. Coming to online students, some of them are Indian students are there, some of them are abroad students are there. Indian students from 11 to 1 and 2 to 4. That is the timings, and this is the Zoom link, and this is the password. Use this and log in and ask whatever the doubts you are having, technical doubts. All your technical doubts you can ask here. Okay, this is not related to fees. This is not related to your installments or nothing related to that. This is purely technical, means any questions on the Python or data science or statistics, something, whatever we are going to discuss for that. So this is the Zoom link and password. And for NRA students, the timings are 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Okay. So as per your convenience, right? And now here we are having the meeting link and this is the password. So you can contact, I mean, you can use this Zoom link and there you can ask whatever the questions you are having. Our class is from 9 to 10:30. After 10:30 at 11 o'clock, you can again use this Zoom link and you can log in. Is the points are clear? And sir, this is only for online students. Offline students, once we go to home, if you are having any doubts, miss, even you can also attend. Absolutely not a problem. Offline students also can use the link and can ask whatever the doubts you are having. If you want to stay in the lab, means you can stay in the lab. Morning 8 to evening 8, you can stay in the lab. How much time you want, you can stay. There is no restriction. Is the points are clear? Everything done. Now coming back. So this is the point number 1. So whoever has paid, those people are receiving the Google Classroom invitation. In the Google Classroom invitation, the link is there. At the same time, Google Drive also is there. And whatever that Google Drive we are having in the classroom, within the classroom, whatever the Google Drive you are having, that Google Drive is for lifetime. The class will be for lifetime. And along with that, so this class, so this classroom is going to be for lifetime. At the same time, this drive link is also going to be for lifetime. Okay, drive will be as it is. Whenever you want to see in the future also the notes, just you have to click on this and you can have the notes for your entire lifetime. Okay, now is the points are clear now up to here? Now coming back. Yeah. I'll be sharing my email ID also. I'll be sharing my email ID and where you can connect with me on the mail and you can share what are the questions you are having, or if you want to, you can share me the code or anything. Okay, I'm going to share you my mail ID also, not now, next in 1 or 2 sessions. Once the demo link is expired, normal regular classes link once it is started there, because it is a demo class now, outsiders also still it will be there. Okay, they will join in with other faculty or other branch or something. They'll join where and they'll ask the questions to me. So I'm not having that much of time to solve their questions. Okay, so that is the reason. Once next in 1 or 2 days, I'll share you my mail ID also. My mail ID so that you can share it whatever the doubts you are having. Is this point is clear now? Notes, everyone. Now coming to the second one. As I've told you, I'm going to work on the Jupyter notebook. Now, if how to access this Jupyter notebook means, since we are going to use the Jupyter notebook as the IDE. Okay, IDE means integrated development environment. So I'm going to use the Jupyter notebook integrated development environment as a IDE. Yeah, Bhavana, just can we discuss in the later? First, let us complete our regular class and I will take all your questions. Okay. Suresh, what will be actually covered in the lab sessions? Lab sessions, nothing will be covered. Your practice only will be done. You are going to sit and you are going to practice. While practicing, whatever the doubts you are having, you are going to ask the questions. Mentors will be there. Whether it is online or whether it is offline, lab means where you are going to practice on your own and whatever the doubts you are having, you are going to show it to others. I mean, for the faculty so that they will help you. Suresh, is your question is clear now? There again, nothing class will be there. No class or nothing. You are going to practice. While practicing, you'll get some doubts now. That doubts. Now coming to this Jupyter Notebook IDE. We are going to work on the Jupyter Notebook. So now to work on the Jupyter Notebook, we require the Anaconda. So already we have discussed how to install the Anaconda software, right? So we are going to install the Anaconda. Now after installing the Anaconda, once you install the Anaconda, once you install Anaconda, okay. Now here, how to access the Jupyter Notebook? One way is click on the Anaconda navigator, click on this. And once you click on the Anaconda navigator, it takes 1 or 2 minutes of time. Yes, theoretical doubts, everything. Theoretical, technical, every doubt. In the labs, every doubt will be solved. So once you are going to click on this Anaconda navigator and it will be open. So initialization will take time, 1 or 2 minutes of time. Okay. Now, so here you are going to click on the launch. There is a Jupyter Notebook option. Click on the launch. And once you click on the launch, it will be launched. Means you can access the Jupyter Notebook. This is one way to access the Jupyter Notebook. This is one way. Okay. Yeah. Now, if you observe here, you are going to have initially something like this. Okay. First page you are going to get like this. What is this page? Here, this page is nothing but where you have installed your Anaconda, that particular page, whatever is there, it is displaying. Means you have installed the Anaconda in the C drive. So in the C drive, by default, if you go into the C drive users and within that your system name, in my case, my system name is admin. Admin is my system name. Okay. Here, whatever the folder names are there, can you see here? 3D objects, 7:30 p.m. batch, Anaconda 3, contacts, desktop, document, something. The same thing will be visible here. Is the point is clear? From 3D objects, before to that, why these are not visible? Because they are having the dot symbol. Before any folder is having the dot means it is the meaning is hide, private folder. It will not access that one. Jupyter Notebook will not access. So that is the reason you are not able to see these folders. But from here, 3D object, 730 batch, Anaconda, contact, something you are saying like this, right? So in your C drive, since I have installed my Anaconda in the C drive, within the C drive users, and within that, whatever my system name is there, that one here, this is the file which is showing. Now, if I start working on the Jupyter Notebook, for example, I'm going to click on the new file, Python. And here in today's class, so here I'm going to give the title called as date 0702-2024 class 3. Okay. Core Python we have started on Monday. First we have seen introduction to Python and installation of Python. In the yesterday's class, we have seen about the comments, variables, all these things. Today's is class 3. Now, here we are going to execute something. For example, first I'll comment. This is comment. You are going to write like this. A is equal to 24. And you are going to write the A value is equal to 24. So A will be stored with the 24. For example, you are saving like this and you are closing. Now, where that file will be stored? Where the file will be there means in your system, in your PC, just you have to click on the C drive. In the C drive users, in the users admin, and here if you drag down, here you can see the file. See 702-2024 class 3. Your Jupyter Notebook file will be here. And this Jupyter Notebook, whatever the file is there, if you right click on the properties, it is a IPNB file. The file is IPNB file. Now, if you want to open this file directly, if you want to open, you can't open here. Then what is the option miss? In the Jupyter, once you open the Jupyter Notebook, here, just you have to drag down. The file will be here. And you have to click on this and you can access the notes. Is the point is clear? So finally, where your Jupyter Notebook file will be saved miss? In the C drive. In the C, within that users, within that your system name. There your file is getting stored. But that is not a good option. That is not the correct option. We should not keep there. Then where we have to keep? Okay. And why we should not keep there? The reason behind that is your Jupyter Notebook files, whatever the Jupyter Notebook files are there, files never save in C drive. Whether it is desktop, whether it is C users or anything, never store, not only Jupyter Notebook, don't store, never save important files. Any important files never save in the C drive, because due to any virus, if you have to format your C drive, all the important information will be lost. Okay, because these are all the laptops or desktops, everything are electronic products. Suddenly, today it will be very nice. Suddenly next day morning when you are trying to switch on, it may show some error. Anything may happen. At the time, if you take to the hardware shop, those people will say that if they rectify means okay. If they are not able to rectify means sometimes they'll say that it is better to format the OS. Again, make the new system, some kind of. When you have to do like that, the entire C drive will be 0. Because the Windows will be in the C drive. So whatever the softwares are there, any software, whatever the software, whether it is a C language, Java language, or tomorrow we are going to install Power BI or anything, Azure, whatever it is, any software install in the C drive. Software always you install in C drive. Always. Why? Because every software requires some OS files. OS will be in the C drive. Every software require, in order to run, requires some OS files. some OS files. So OS will be in the C drive. So software also, if it is in the C drive, then your software will work perfectly. So generally the software installation should be done in the C drive. But important files never should be saved. Never should be saved in the C drive. Never save that one in the C drive. Then what we have to do? We have to save them in the D drive or E drive or anything else. Now, already you have installed the Anaconda in your C drive, completed. Okay, that is correct. That is correct. And you have installed in the C drive. Now, what you have to do is just open your D drive or E drive, whichever you are interested. Select any drive other than C. Sir, in my system, only one hard disk is there. Only one is there, miss. First, you do the partition. How to do the partition, miss? Just go to this one. Click on the in terms of again whatever we are having, not this. Manage. Click on the manage and divide the storage. If you don't know that one, please contact the Naresh IT backend team. I told you na lab. In the lab, if you are having any problem, is there you can ask and mentors will help you to divide your partition. If anyone having only C drive in your system, is first thing you divide into two parts. In your system, two drives minimum should be there. One is C, one is D. D or E or whatever the name. Other than software, something should be there. Okay. Now, here, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to use D drive. Point to be noted, this one. In any other disk other than C, what you have to do is, you have to create one folder. Create one folder. And you give the folder some name. In my case, I'm going to give the name called as Data Science by SRK. This is the folder name I'm giving in my case. Okay, Data Science classes by SRK. Okay, this is the folder I have created. After creating this folder, so what is the step number one you have to do? Create one folder in D drive, in your D drive as data science classes by SRK. Example, if you are whatever the name you are interested, you create as per your choice. Okay, so create one folder in D drive, some folder name, something like this. After creating this, what is the next step means? Now you close your Anaconda, everything. None of them is important. Everything was closed. Here, just to go to the Jupyter notebook. Click on the Jupyter notebook here directly. No need of Anaconda navigator. You no need to click on the Anaconda navigator. From that, you no need to launch the Jupyter notebook. Directly here itself, you can launch. Click on the Jupyter notebook. Okay, sorry, not click, only type. Type Jupyter notebook. Here, right click on this. Right click on this. Not left click, right click. Right click on this, and there is an option called as open file location. Open file location. Click on this. Once you click on this, it will open wherever your Jupyter notebook was installed. Okay, here you are going to get Jupyter notebook like this. And once again, right click on this properties. Click on right click and properties. See, once again, I'm typing here Jupyter. Okay, type Jupyter notebook in your search. And here you are going to get one Jupyter notebook icon and right click on this. Click on file location. Once you click on the file location, you will get a folder like this. There, Jupyter notebook. Again, right click on the properties. Once you right click on the properties, we are having options like this in this shortcut. Click on the shortcut. Click on shortcut. In that, there is a target. Within the shortcut, there is a target. In the target, go to the last. Wherever the last is there, you move your cursor to the last. Just move the cursor like this. Till the last. Don't disturb anything. Till the last, you move the cursor like this. There, within the inverted commas, within last inverted commas will be there. Within the inverted commas also should be there as it is. Inverted commas also should be as it is. Within the inverted commas. Now, here, whatever the folder you have created just now, whatever the folder you have created just now, okay? So data science classes by SRK, this is the folder now. Copy this path. Copy the path and paste here. Where you have to paste? Within the right click of that. Place is not there. Yeah, just a minute. You are having? Sir, students వచ్చారు చైర్స్ లేవు ఒకసారి రారా ఒకసారి పంపిరా okay so just copy this path and paste here in the properties within the target within the inverted commas whatever you are having paste here okay D data science classes by Naresh by SRK you are going to paste the folder whatever the folder name and click on apply and click on OK. Okay, click on OK. Everything is fine. One more time. Just here in the search, first you type the Jupyter notebook. And don't click on that. Click on right click. Click on right click and open file location. Once you open the file location, you are going to get one folder like this. And this folder, Jupyter notebook, click on this. Click on the properties. Here there is a shortcut. And in the shortcut target, within the target, you have to come to the last position, complete dead end. Within that target, whatever the dead end is there, there you have to come. There inverted commas will be there. Within the inverted commas, you have to paste the path. Is the points, everything is clear now? And click on the apply and OK. Done. Once you have done like this, now just again directly click on this. Simply click on this. Automatically it will be redirected to that particular folder. So once you click on this, so you are going to get one black window. Don't close this black window. Just minimize the black window. That black window is called as kernel. Okay. And here you are going to get first page like this. See, this page is empty. Why it is empty? Because in your D drive, whatever the D drive is there, within the D drive, data science by classes by SRK, it is empty folder. So it is also empty. Point is clear? Now, here you are going to click on the new file. And here you are going to practice whatever the classes we are going to discuss one by one. You are going to practice here. For example, I'm going to use here some name, today's class name, class 3. Okay. Now something I'm having, I'm typing here A is equal to some 24, something like this. Okay. And I'm going to click on the save. Now where it will be saved? In your D drive, within the D drive, Naresh IT, within the D drive, data science classes by SRK. See here, class 3 file was automatically created. So like this, all your files will be there only. Is the point is clear? So in your D drive, all the Jupyter notebook files will be there. One by one, one by one. Every class file will be there. Notes also will be there only. Class also will be there only. And you write here every class. You write the title also very clearly. Class 3. In today's class, what we are going to discuss. Variables. Write that one. Name it like this. So that when you want to access the notes, just what you have to do, how to access the notes, just you are going to close everything. Close everything. If you want to access the notes in the future, what you have to do? Just you have to type here the Jupyter notebook and click on this. Once you click on this, automatically you are going to redirect to that particular page. Just it will take a half minute of time, and automatically you will get the initial screen in this way. And in the screen, you will see directly your Jupyter notebook files. Click on the Jupyter notebook file and start working. As simple as that. No need of Anaconda Navigator, no need of anything. Here only everything. Is the point is clear for everyone? One by one, all the classes notes will be there. Sir, for example, I want to create one separate folder for Python, sir, for statistics, separate folders. Okay. Now go to the D drive. Within that, data science by SRK classes, whatever is there. Here you create one folder name. And that folder name is called as Python. Okay. One more folder is there. One more folder name is called as statistics. Okay, you create like this. Now, if you see here, automatically the two folders also will come. As it is. Whatever is there in that particular folder, as it is will be printed. In the data science by SRK, whatever the things will be displayed, everything will be displayed here. There's some PDF is there. That PDF also will be come here, but you can't open. Only Jupyter notebook files you can open. Others will be displayed. Now, today's class, whatever we are going to discuss, this one is the part of the Python. So this you keep in the Python folder. So see here, automatically that file is not there. Where it will be available? Within the Python folder, it will be available. So all the Python files will be in one folder. All the statistic files will be in one folder. All the machine learning files will be in one folder. All the artificial intelligence related files will be in one folder. Like that, you create the subfolders and create the nodes. And this folder, whatever you are practicing now, this is one of the most important one for you. This particular folder is one of the most important for you. It is going to be for lifetime for you. Till you are in the data science career, this file is going to be important. So though it is in the D drive also, have one more copy in your Google Drive. Connect to your Google Drive. In your Google Drive, copy this one and paste there. So that suddenly if anything bad happens and your entire hard disk collapse also, the entire important information will be in your Google Drive. Anyways, my notes will be for lifetime access. Okay, that is not a problem. Additionally, this one also will be there. Is the points are clear now, everyone? In this way, you are going to save all your important files. In my case, I have done Naresh IT. This is my folder. So here, Python, statistics, data cleaning, visualization, data analytics, data transformations, dimension reduction, machine learning, artificial intelligence, pipelines, SQL, Tableau, Power BI, Azure. All these folders I have created. And this is one of the most important for me because my efforts, whatever the last 2 years or 3 years, my notes, whatever the modifications I have done in this folder only, everything is there. So this is one of the most important. If I have lost this one, it takes another at least 6 months for me to work in that way, minimum to minimum. That much of PPTs, that much of work I have done. So if I lost means it is going to be a problem. So what I have done is I have saved this file in my Google Drive. At the same time, I have kept in the hard disk in pen drive. Multiple things because I feel that is so much important now. If everything lost also, still one more option should be there. So I have created in the multiple ways. One pen drive, in the one pen drive, I have stored everything, and that pen drive I'll carry in the bag only. If suddenly my laptop is not able to switch on also, I'll take other student laptop and I'll connect that pen drive and I will work. And I have stored everything in the Google Drive. Why I have done all these things? Because I feel that this is so much of important for my career as a trainer. This is my training laptop. My working laptop is different. That both are not combined. Okay, that is different company. This is different company. Different companies, different laptops. Is the points are clear now, everyone? So in this way, you are going to have the entire notes. Now, yes, before learning data science, nothing is required. As we have discussed for multiple times, nothing was required. And your non-technical questions, I'm going to take at the end. Okay, let's complete the class. Now coming to today's class, variables. Okay, today's class is class number 3. So first let's start. So this is called as Jupyter Notebook, and we are going to work on this. And I have told you how you have to save the Jupyter Notebook and how you have to create a folder. Everything is clear now. Now, coming to Jupyter Notebook. Now, first, this is called as cell. Whatever this one is there, this is the cell. And in this cell, you are going to write the Python program, whether it is 1 line, 2 lines, 3 lines, infinite number of lines. Okay, this is called as Jupyter Notebook cell. Inside the cell, you can write. If you want one more cell, you can add the one more cell in this way. Like this, you can add the multiple cells. If you're not interested, you can delete the cells. If you are, for example, you are writing here something, some notes you have written, but this note should be in the top position. You want to bring to the top position. Just click on the arrow mark and move to the cell to the top position. If you want to bring that down, bring to the down. So we can adjust our notes in such a way which will looking very nice. How the notes will look nice. In that way, we can adjust our positions. Finally, notes will be there, code will be there, output also will be there. So now notes. First, I'm going to start with the notes. For example, in this cell, particular cell, I want to write the notes. How I'm going to write the notes? Heading. I want the heading means first for notes, this particular cell, I'm going to convert as a markdown. When I convert this one as a markdown, automatically this cell will be considered as a notebook. This cell is in the code or markdown? It is in the code. So here you have to write the Python program. If you want to write the Python program means you have to keep the cell in the code format. If you want to write the notes means the cell should be in the markdown. When the cell is in the markdown, it is not considered as a Python program. It will be considered as a notes. Whatever you write inside, it is considered as notes. For example, A is equal to 24. I have taken like this. It is a Python programmer. No, it is a notes. It is a notes. This cell is in the note format. It is a notes. You are writing some notes like that. When you write here A is equal to 24, this is Python program. For example, here 1A is equal to 24. 1A is equal to 24 can be there. Is that possible? 1A. So as per the variable assignment rule, we cannot start with the numeric. So it has to throw the error. Now if I execute, it is not throwing any error. Why it is not throwing error? Because it is a nodes. But the same thing if I consider here, it will throw the error because it is considering as a Python program. It is considering Python program. It is considering as the nodes. That is the thing. And if you're not interested, simply delete. You don't want them, miss delete. Okay. Now here I'm going to write the comment. First heading is comment. Now comment, I'm writing in the something like this. See, this is my heading. Inside the cell, I'm writing the comment. One line comment. One line comment. Something I'm going to write like this. And here I'm going to write, for example, after writing one line comment, next line, you are coming to the second line. Okay, I'm increasing the zoomness. If you are coming to the second line, in the second line, if you are not writing anything, just you are simply entering to the third line. The Python will ignore the empty lines. Empty lines will not be considered by the Python. They are simply ignored. Okay. Now I am writing in the third line. Sir, why sir? Second line only you can write now. For example, in the second line only I am writing. Here I'm writing in terms of something like this. A is equal to 24. What is this one? Called as variable. So I'm going to give the comment as variable. And variable A is equal to 24. Something I'm writing. Now, automatically, when I execute this particular cell, how to execute the cell? Three options are there. One, shift enter to execute the entire cell. Entire cell, if you want to execute, shift enter. This is second option. Click on this. Click on this. Run option. Three options are there. This one, or simply shift enter. Whichever you feel easy, that is the best. When I say multiple options, don't ask which is the best one. Always, when I'm discussing multiple options, in that multiple options, which one is the best one means whichever you feel easy. Not only for this one, in entire data science, for next 4.5 months, till our course, how many times if I'm discussing multiple options, out of the multiple options, which one is the best? Never ask that question. Whichever you feel easy, that is the best. Which book is easy? Whichever you feel easy, that is the best book. For example, I'm going to recommend you very high level standard book. After reading the first page, you are getting the sleep. What is the use of recommendation? You are not able to understand even one page or two pages. What is the use of recommendation? Which book you have to study means which book you feel very easy. Sir, how I can know that book is easy, sir? If you are getting the interest to turn to the next page, if you are getting the interest to turn to the next page and you are getting the interest to write the notes, then that is the best book for you. Follow that book. If you are not getting that interest, you are getting the interest to close the book and open the WhatsApp or Instagram or something, that is the worst book. Throw away that book. First, you throw away that book. That is not your book. When we read something, when we are trying to read something, we have to get automatically interest internally itself, and we want to get the interest to open the next page. What happens? We have to feel the textbook also as a novel. Generally, when we read the novels or any crime stories or something, we'll get the interest now. In that way, the textbook should be there. Then that is the best book for you. Never lose that book. Keep the book with you always. If you are not able to understand even one page also, throw away that book. That is not for you, for others. Every book is not for every person. If every book is for every person, in the market for Python, only one book will be there. Why in the market multiple textbooks are there means different people will interest different books. Is the point is clear? Now coming back. So here, the whatever the variable I'm writing like this, and to execute the code, we are going to use the shift enter. I'm using the shift enter in my case. Now, so this is the comment, single line comment. You are going to write like this, and inside that you are going to write the code like this, right? So yesterday we have seen what is meant by comments. Comments means which is easy to read, okay, or able to understand the code, able to understand the code easily, in a easy way, in easy way. Notes, I'm writing some notes like that. What is the purpose of writing the comment means able to understand the code in a easy way. So this is variable. Now I'm going to write what is variable also here. Next heading is variable. Variable. What is meant by variable? Variable means nothing but which is stores the value. It stores. It stores. It stores the value. When you're writing here hyphen, automatically it will be converted as a bullet point. Hyphen will be converted as a bullet point. Okay. Hyphen space. You have to give the space. If you don't give the space, it will not be converted. When you give the space, it will be converted. It stores the value. Similarly, hash. What is this hash means? Heading. If you write, for example, here comment is there. Comment is big size letters. For example, I want to decrease the size. Double hash. Then automatically size will decrease. Means within the heading, one more subheading will be there. Na? That one. One more subheading. One more hash. Like that, you can decrease the size by adding the hash. Main heading, subheading, within that one more heading. Like that, you can create the multiple headings as per your choice. And you can write the notes. Variable. What is variable means? It stores the value in the memory. In the memory. Now, what is meant by memory? Memory means nothing but RAM. It creates one object. It creates one object, and inside that object, the value will be stored. You write your notes in whatever the way you understand easily. Sir, here every time you are giving one line space. Why? One line gap. It is compulsory? No. Just to make visualization very clear. Miss, if I write like this, sentences will be combined. It not be visible properly for the students. That is the reason I'm giving the gap like this. If you're not interested, you don't need to give the gap. It is not compulsory to give gap. Just for making the visualization clear. Because you're sitting that side and I'm typing now. So if I keep all these things like this, everything will be combined and it will not be visible clearly. That is the reason. Right? Memory means RAM, and it will create one object and it will store the object inside that value. Whatever the value is there, the value will be stored inside the object. So A is equal to 24 means it is going to have with 24 with A. So for every variable, next point, we are going to write one more. This one again, notes. For each and every variable, for variable name, for creating variable name, we are having certain rules. For creating the variable name, we are having rules. We have some rules in Python. Rules in Python. Rule is called as syntax. Rule means syntax in Python. If I'm using the word called as syntax, this is called as syntax in Python. There is some syntax in Python means that is nothing but rule. The rules are very, very simple rules in the Python. When compared to any other language, the rules are less. In English language also, we are having the rules. In Telugu also, we are having the rules. In every language, we'll have the rules. Compared to the rules are very simple. Here, the rules are simple. When compared to any other programming language, the syntax is very simple syntax. Syntax means in terms of rule. Okay, for creating the variable name, we are having some rules. What are the rules? Rule number 1, write in the notes. So like this, you can write the entire notes and you can continue. You can write the notes, you can write down immediately the code, you can see the answer, everything. Whatever you are writing in your running notes, in the class, whatever you are writing, that is called as running notes. After running notes, you want to create the fair notes or something. Instead of creating a fair notes, you create the fair notes in the Jupyter notebook only and save this file with you permanently. While reading also, you read from the Jupyter notebook only and practice in the Jupyter notebook only. Everything you do here only. That makes work easy and interest also. No double work. You'll not have any kind of double work or something like this. Is the points are clear? Now, here we are going to write A1 is equal to, already we know the rules. Yesterday we have practiced. A1 is equal to 45. Is that executes? Yes, it is going to execute. No problem. Next, A underscore 1 is equal to 90. Whether it will be executed? Yes, this one also will be executed. This is also as per the Python rule. 1A is equal to 90. 900 something. It is going to be executed? No, it is not as per the Python rule. Immediately write here the notes. It is since what is meant by syntax error. Write in the notes clearly. Syntax error. Syntax error means it not following the Python rule. It's not following Python rule. That is called as syntax error. it is not following the Python syntax. Python syntax means Python rule. Then you will get the syntax error. So here, what is the mistake you have done is variable name, variable name, whatever the variable name is there, variable name cannot, can't start with number. Write the reason also here. Then modify this one. Now come to the next cell and modify that one, and A1 is equal to 900. Now that is called as debugging the code. Debug means rectifying the error. For rectifying the error, first you should know what is error. Sir, here syntax error colon you have kept. I want the syntax error some heading type, sir. So here what you have to use means double star. When you use the double star, it will be converted as the bold letters. So I'm using the double star, bold letters like this. See, syntax error. Bold letters. So how much flexibility is there in the Jupyter notebook? Generally, what we write in the running notes, I'm writing the same thing in my Jupyter notebook. How I will write in the Jupyter notebook, what sentences I'm going to write means whichever I feel easy to understand, in that way I will write. I'm not writing for others. I'm writing for myself. I'm not writing for others. I want to understand the topic clearly. I have to learn the Python very clearly, and I have to be the data scientist. For that, in what way I understand, in what way my brain understands, in that way I will write. Okay, you write the notes in what way you understand. Any human being, including you and including me, including any person in the world, any human being, commonly they'll forget. Every person will forget. If you teach me, in my case, I'm telling about my case. If you teach me something new topic, which I'm not familiar, if you teach me any new topic, my brain automatically 3 days once it will forget. By default, it will forget. Manufacturing defect. Okay. It was designed in that way. Every 3 days once it will be forgetting. It was designed like that. I am also some kind of Gajni. But only difference is in the Gajni, Amir Khan will forget only 15 minutes once. Here I will forget every 3 days once. Point is forgetting is common. Okay. Every person, not only me, every person in the world is Gajni only. But Amir Khan is special because of 15 minutes. If they show for 1 week he is forgetting means it is common for everyone. Na? Arey, I have forgot Ramesh. Everyone will take light only. Why Gajni movie will come? That is common for everyone. Right? Now here, I will forget every 3 days once. Then what is the solution for this? Solution is, I am going to revise again 3 days once. Every 3 days once, I will go to the previous class and I will see with my eyes, I will revise entire notes. Because I will write the notes in a very simple way. Na? My running notes will be in that way. Every letter to letter, I will not remember in my brain. I will not keep everything in my brain. I know that I will forget. So for that reason only, I will bring everything into the paper. Every small thing also I will write in the paper only. So that by seeing that one, I will recollect myself. That is the way I train my brain. My brain was designed like that and I have trained like that. How your brain was designed, I don't know. You should know about your brain. Understanding your brain and processing that one only is called as artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence means nothing but replicating the human brain. There is one topic in artificial intelligence. Of course, this is too early to discuss, but there is one topic. That topic name is called as LSTM, long short-term memory. One of the most advanced AI. And here, if you see in this particular artificial intelligence, how it is going to work. If you have opened the notes and if I start explaining, this is as it is replication of your human brain. The notes, what are the notes is there? So here we are having in terms of like this. Just a minute. Okay. So in your human brain, this architecture, whatever the design of the LSTM, how it was designed means replication of your human brain. So in the human brain, how the memory cells are there, in the same way they have created, artificially they have created. That is the reason it is called as artificial intelligence. Intelligence means our human brain. Human brain is called as intelligence. Artificially created human brain is called as artificial intelligence. Okay. Now inside this, first step in the LSTM is to identify that information not required. Which information is not required, that will be automatically thrown into the forget gate. Guys, today's date is 7th. Okay. On 31st January, we have started our batch. On 31st January, you guys has came to my class. Can you remember on that day what color shirt you have wear? You only wear, na? I'm asking your shirt, not my shirt. Whatever the color dress, whether it is shirt or dress, whatever it is, what color dress you have wear on the 31st Jan? You only wear, right? If I ask this silly question, you say that, no, we have, none of them will remember, including me also, I will also not remember. Forget about 31st. 3 days back, what shirt only we have wear only, we don't remember. Right? At least, can you remember Sunday morning, what tiffin you have taken? Means breakfast. If it is hostel, means fixed pattern. I'm not discussing about the hostless. Non-hostless only. Only non-hostless. Hostless means Monday is fixed, Tuesday is fixed, everything is fixed. Your life is fixed. I'm not saying about hostless. Others, we can't remember that. Why? Because that is not important for us. That is not important for us. Since it is not important for us, automatically by default, it will forget. For example, last birthday, you have purchased one dress along with your parents or with your friends. You have went to some new location and you have purchased something. One dress you have purchased on your birthday. Do you remember for your entire year? This particular dress I have purchased for my birthday only. Like this, you'll remember that incident, na? Why you will remember that incident? Why you remember that incident? Why you will not remember this incident? That is important. How your brain knows that one. My question is how your brain knows that. That is your birthday and that is important. You have to remember how your brain knows. For example, first time you are going to a particular restaurant or a particular five-star hotel, first time in your life. Assume that is the case. You are going for the first time. You'll remember that entry door to inside whatever you're going, in the what way you're walking and how the ambience is there. Everything you're going to remember at least for some days. How your brain knows that is important to remember. That is nothing but interest. When you are having the interest, your body releases a different hormone. When you are not having the interest, it is casual means your body will release a different hormone. That hormones are called as in artificial intelligence activation functions. Activation functions. How our brain was designed and how our things we are remembering and how we are analyzing the data and how we are presenting everything. A human brain, how it works. If they understand that one, they can replicate that one. So to replicate, first they have to understand. For understanding, they have understand all these things. Why a person in the class able to remember small a letter, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, all these letters. When you have studied that letters in your LKG. Now, what class you are studying? Somewhere with respect to. Now, almost 18 years back, whatever you have studied, you are able to remember. Then why you can't remember what you have studied in 18 days back? What makes the difference? 18 years back, whatever ABCD letters you have studied, you are able to remember. If I ask, where is one more question, simple, silly question. What is A plus B whole square? Everyone will answer in this class. Most of the students will answer. Same question, A plus B to the power of 4. Some students will not answer. Most of the students will not answer. A plus B whole to the power of 5. Students will reduce. Why? Because A plus B whole square, why you can remember? A plus B whole to the power of 4, why you are not able to remember? Because a plus b whole square you have used it for multiple times, revised. You have revised that one for multiple times. You have trained your brain for multiple times. That is the reason you are able to remember. A, B, C, D letters, why you are able to remember? Because you was trained for multiple times from these 18 years. That is the reason you are able to remember. The same ABCD, if you go and train for the LKG student, he'll not remember that one because you are training for the first time. The same ABCDs, if you train the LKG student for 10 times, 10 times if he learns for the same thing, revise, and he do the training, automatically he will also remember. That training of doing the revision is called as iteration in artificial intelligence. And artificial intelligence is so popular nowadays, and it is getting with respect to more accurate results because of more amount of data and more amount of training is going on today. Earlier, that much of data is not there, that much of training and that much of hardware support is not there. Nowadays, hardware support is there, training support is there, some data is there, everything is there. So now the point is very simple. Your brain also should give very high accuracy. Miss, option for that is you have to train your brain. How you have to train your brain? Miss, just by revising. So now this concept, what we are going to discuss for the first day, it will be somewhat for you lightly understandable or something like this. Once you practice, after practicing, 10th day in the same class, 10th day will be there. 10th day you'll say this topic is dead easy topic, sir. Why? Because the same topic we are going to have multiple times. Multiple times we are going to allot to the variable. It will be very easy for you. The only thing is your brain is getting habituated for the training. Any topic in the world you select as per your choice. Whichever the topic you are feeling easy, miss, that topic you have practiced for multiple times. That is the reason you are feeling as easy. If you want, you can give a try. Okay. What is a try, sir? ABCD letters are there. Go and try for the LKG student. According to ABCD is very easy. Try the same thing with the LKG student. Train him. Go and say in front of him A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H like this. He'll think that you are singing some song. He'll not understand that you are explaining some letters. Sir, age will not support, sir. Okay, according to age is not supporting. Now go to your grandfather who is more than age of 70 or 60 or something, who don't know English language. First time you train for them also ABCD now. Give a try. Automatically you'll understand the scenario. For them ABCD how? For you data science also same. Only thing is practice. Is the points are clear? All this ends with the finally where I'm going to stop, miss, you have to practice every day. The more you practice, the more you understand the subject. Easiness, because your brain is tuned in that way. The concepts will be tuned. Is the points are clear now? Now, let's move into this one. So in the last class, we have covered the values and the variables. Now in today's class, we are going to discuss the next one called as print. How to print. So here values, I'm having the values. Heading is values. Okay. In the values, we are having numerical, non-numerical. Okay. Comment is numerical values. Numerical. I'm writing here 24. So see here 24. Whatever you are writing here, it is getting printed. Why? Because point to be noted is in the Jupyter notebook, in Jupyter notebook, the last line in the cell, either it will be printed, it will be printed, or it will be stored, Any one will happen. If store means store was happened means print will not happen. Print happen means store will not happen. Any one. Any one. Any one only will be done. So here in this case 24 I'm writing. This is the last line of the Jupyter, this cell, last line. Since in the last line, either it has to be printed. This will be printed as it is. For example, it has to be stored. For example, A is equal to 24 you are writing. See, nothing is getting printed. Why it is not printing means it is getting stored. If there is a equal to symbol and it is getting stored means it will not print. If equal to symbol is not there means automatically it will be printed. Whatever is there, it will be printed. Is the point is clear? That too in the Jupyter notebook in the cell last line, only last line. This logic is for only last line. This is not for the middle line or starting line or anything. Only for the last line. Either it will be printed or it will be stored. Okay. Now, non-numerical data. If you are having non-numerical value. So non-numerical value should be within the inverted commas. Any non-numerical value, any non-numerical value should be in inverted commas, inverted quotes, should be in the quotes, simply quotes. Okay, single quote or double quote. The quotes can be either single quote or double quote. Either it can be in the single quote or double quote, but whatever you are opening, it has to be closed with the same. For example, I'm writing here SRK. So it should be in the inverted commas and it is getting printed as it is. Is the point is clear? Why it is printing? Because it is not getting stored. That is the reason it is getting printed. Now, coming to the next one, this is values. Next one is variables. Next concept is called as variables. In the variables, already we have discussed. Okay. Here, if the value is numerical value, you are going to write right side directly the numerical value. You are going to write simply the numerical value on the right side. If it is non-numerical value, you have to write the non-numerical value. Non-numerical value should be in the inverted commas. Non-numerical value should be in the inverted commas. In the right side, non-numerical data should be inverted commas. Numerical data should be in the normal. So example for this one is A is equal to 25.4. This is a numerical data. Since numerical data, I no need to use the inverted commas. And why it is not printing? Because the reason behind that is getting stored. B is equal to non-numerical data SRK 1, 2, 3. Is the points are clear? If it is numerical data, you no need to use with respect to inverted commas. If it is non-numerical data, you have to use the inverted commas. Next one is, next concept name is called as print. How to print? So here I have given the A is equal to 25.4 and I want to print the A value. This is A. Now to print the A value, simply you can write the A only. A will be printed. I told you in the last line of the Jupyter cell, either it will be printed or it will be stored. So here A is there, only A is there. So it is just printing what is the value inside the A. What is the value inside the A? 25.4. Sir, in every cell you are writing only one line. It is compulsory like that? No. If you are interested, here only write. First it will execute the first line. Later it will execute the second line. First line will be completed. First line completed means what happens? It will create one object like this and name it as A. And in the second line, it is going to print the A value. Is the point is clear, guys? So to print the variable, we are going to write simply that variable name. This is simple. So for example, B is equal to SRK 1, 2, 3. It is stored, so it is not printing. I want to print what is the value inside the B. So simply print the B. Clear? Now, for example, now multiple print options are there. What is the multiple print options means? First option, option number 1, simply write the variable name. Simply write variable name and it will be printed. And example for this is this. Now, what is the second option we are having is we are going to use the print function. Use print function. This is called as print function. And using the print function, we are going to print the value. Now, how to use the print function? Print function can be used in the multiple ways. So I'm going to keep this one in the heading and inside that points. First one, inside the print function, you write the value itself. Whatever the value you want to print, directly write the value. Second option, if you want to print multiple values, you are going to write value 1, comma, value 2, comma, value 3, comma, like this. How many values are there? That many. Directly you can print the values itself. Option number 3, you are going to print the variable. So here you are going to write the variable name. If you write the variable name, it will print the what is there inside that particular variable. And next one is print multiple variables. If you want to print multiple variables, you are going to write variable name 1, comma, variable name 2, comma, variable name 3, like this, so on. Right? So let us see one by one. First, print. I'm going to use the print function. Inside the print function, now I'm going to write the variable value. What value I'm going to write? Numerical value, non-numerical value. Two options are there. I'm going to write the numerical value. My numerical value is 29. So it is going to print the 29. If you want to print the non-numerical value, what is non-numerical value? Inverted commas. You have to keep in the inverted commas, something like DS, data science. So this is printing a numerical value. This is printing the non-numerical value. Sir, I want to print two values. What are the two values I want to print? Means one is data science. Second value, comma. Second value is by. Third value, SRK. So DS by SRK. It is going to print like this. First value, space. Second value, space. Third value. It gives the space between the values. By default, so here in the notes, you are going to write by default, it gives space between values. It gives space between the values when printed. When it is printed, it gives the space between the values. Okay. Now, so print, you're going to print the values in this way. Value 1, value 2, value 3, like this. Sir, I want to print one numerical value and one non-numerical, sir. Okay. 24, 25 numeric. Non-numeric is some Python. First value will be printed, second value will be printed. How many values you want, you print like that. Choice is yours. Next, print, I'm going to write here A is equal to 26 and I'm going to print the A value. Sir, here gap is there. It is compulsory to give the gap. I told you, no. If it is gap is there, means Python will simply ignore that line. Okay, if you're not interested, you can write in the second line itself. So A is equal to 26 and here I'm writing the A is equal to print A value. What is A value? Means 26 will be printed. Okay, here the A is considered as the variable name. Yes, Bhaveshri, just 2 minutes. We'll discuss that one also. Just we'll get into that. Okay, A is equal to 26, print A. Print A means it is going to print the 26. Now, what is the difference between the print EA and what is the difference between this print EA? What is the difference means? Here it is printing the variable. Here it is printing the value. This is not the variable. It is the value. So here, what is this is value. So value A will be printed as it is outside. Here inside the A, whatever the value is there, that value will be printed. This is considered as the variable name. It prints, it prints the value inside the variable, inside the variable. So here A is considered as the variable. Your A is considered, A is considered as variable. I'm writing as a comment. Once we write as a comment, this everything will be ignored by the Python. Sir, here instead of here, we are getting confused, sir. Okay, go to the next cell, add one more cell here, and you write here only the notes. You keep the notes here. If you're not interested in the cell, miss, write the separate notes. Or you can write even in the here also. Still, it will be considered as a comment. Once hash is there, miss, after that, whatever is there, comment only. Sir, for example, PR. Here I have written the hash, sir. This is considered as comment. Only PR is considered as the code, Python code, and it will throw the error for us. What is meant by PR? Okay, why it is considering only PR? Because PR only is considered as the Python code. From here to here, everything is comment. The moment hash comes, after that, whatever is there, comment only. Whatever is there, whatever the position and wherever it is. Once the hash is there, miss comment. Right? Now, in this case, A is considered as a value and it is getting printed. Now, sir, A is equal to 25. Okay. B is equal to 30. Two values. A is equal to 25. B is equal to 30. I want to print two variables. What is A? What is B? Print A comma B. Two variable names. How you are printing the two values in the same way, two variable names, that is 25 and 30. Sir, I want to print one variable and one value, sir. Okay. Print SRK is the value. Variable name is B. This is value. From here to here, it is value. This is the variable. So first it is going to print the value as it is. SRK will be printed. What is B? B is 30. So SRK space 30. Is the point is clear? Now print the value of A. What is this is called as? What is this called as? From here to here, what is called as? Value. It is value. So which is a value? Non-numerical value, which is in the inverted commas. It will be printed as it is like this. Okay. If there is a colon, colon also will be printed. If there is a space, space also will be printed. Whatever is there inside the inverted commas, as it is will be printed. Now, the value of A, comma, I'm writing here A. What is A? A is a value or A is a variable? Variable. So what is variable inside the A? 25. So the value of A is 25. So here what you are going to do? You are printing one value, you are printing one variable. It is a combination. You can use the combination. Is the point is clear? Now, one of the student is asking print high and A is equal to high. And if you print A is equal to also same. Now, here, if you observe clearly in the Jupyter notebook, when print you are using, side you are not able to see OUT. But here, if you see here, when I'm printing directly the variable, you can see here OUT. Why OUT is there here? OUT means output. IN means input. So in the cell, whatever you are writing is input, OUT means output. Whatever it is displaying outside the cell, it is called as output. Now here it is printing the OUT. Why? Because here directly you are asking the variable. Now the same variable, if you ask print of B, now OUT is not getting displayed because anyways print means output only now. In the Python, print is called as output, right? Now, when you are printing the like this B, okay, when you are printing the B like this, OUT will not be there. At the same time, it is going to show you the inverted commas also. Inverted commas also it will display. And when you are printing directly like this by using the print of B like this, then it will not display the inverted commas. Directly it will print the things. What is the difference between these two means? Here it is printing the variable along with this. We have to understand that this particular variable consists of the value 1, 2, 3 with the inverted commas. So whatever they say inside the value, it will be printed as it is like that. Is the point is clear now? Yeah. Can we print the multiple variables? Yes. This is the printing the multiple variables. So you can print the single value. You can print the multiple values. You can print the single variable name. You can print the multiple variable names. And you can print the combination of value and variable. Anything. Any combination. Any combination. Combination of value and variable. Combination of value and variable you can select as per your choice. One value, one variable, or one variable, two values, anything. Choice is yours. Is the point is clear? So like this, we are going to print. Next one is how to assign multiple values. Multiple variable assignment. Multiple variable assignment. Now you want to add the multiple values to multiple variables. A is equal to 25. B is equal to 30. This is one way. Second way is A comma B is equal to 25 comma 30. Means automatically A will go with the 25, B will be selected as 30 respectively. The word respectively. Okay. So it is going to take automatically like this. Yes, you can even print both of them. Just we'll discuss one by one. Okay. So A is equal to 25, B is equal to 30, A comma B is equal to 25 comma 30. Guys, while explaining, you'll get some questions in your brain. So what are the questions you are getting? Write each and every question in the notes at the last page. Okay, most of your questions will be solved. If it is not getting solved, we'll discuss at the last. Write all the questions. Otherwise, again, you will forget. So write all your questions in the notes. Each and every question what you are getting in the brain. Right? Now, A comma B is equal to 25 comma 30. Means A will be assigned to 25, B will be assigned to 30. And now if you print the A value and B value, print A comma B. So 25 and 30. Sir, for example, A comma B is equal to 25 comma 30 comma 35. It is going to throw the error because left side two variables are there, right side three values are there. Both of them should be the same. Left side, how many number of variables is there? Right side also same number of values should be there. Whether it is a numeric or non-numeric, but number of values should be the same. Left side, how many variables are there? For example, you are having left side three variables. Right side, you are having only two values. Then also it will throw the error. In that case also it will throw the error. So how many variables you are having on the left side means three. So right side also three values should be there. The three values can be anything. For example, two values are numeric, one value is non-numeric. I'm writing like this. Absolutely not a problem. And you are going to have like this. A comma B comma C means you can print the A value, B value, C value. Right? Now, next, like this you can assign. Sir, you want to assign the A also 10, B also 10, and C also 10. Like this, you want to assign. Okay, 3 variables you want to assign with a single value, not with a different value, single value. Then shortcut for this is A comma B comma C is equal to 10 comma 10 comma 10 also you can use. This is also one option. Still more, we are having easy option called as A is equal to B is equal to C is equal to 10. Right? Then automatically A value, B value, C value, everything will be assigned to the single value called as 10. Like this, you can assign the single value to multiple variables. Okay. So this is the, and if you print the A, B, C, A comma, B comma, C. If you print A comma, B comma, C, you are going to get 10 comma, 10 comma, 10. Now, without using the print function, can we print directly ABC like this? Then you are going to get the output as a tuple. You are going to get the output as a tuple. This is called as tuple. So again, you are additionally, you are going to get some brackets like this. So it is better to use the, when you want to print the multiple variables, go with the print option very clearly. Okay. So this one is, what is this one is? Assigning multiple values, assigning multiple values to multiple variables. Okay, assigning multiple values to multiple variables. And whereas this one, what is the meaning of this one, miss? Assigning single value. You are assigning the single value for multiple variables. You are assigning the single value for the multiple variables. Just you are writing as a comment for easy understanding. Okay, this is the option, and this is the option for you want to assign a single value to multiple variables. Next, sir, if I write A is equal to 25, okay, I have executed and it has created one object 25 with A. Done. Now I'm going to write A is equal to 50. Now, once you have assigned the value for the same variable, if you are assigning any new value, the new value will be stored and the previous value automatically deletes. Automatically, the previous value will be deleted and the new value will be stored. Whatever you have executed recently, that will be stored and the previous one will be deleted. So here it stores the latest value. It stores the latest value assigned to the variable. It stores the latest value assigned to the variable. The previous value will be deleted. Why, sir? For example, if the previous value is there A and this value also is there B, A, then if you ask print A, which one has to be printed then? If both are stored means which one has to be printed? It is going to be a problem. For example, if it is printing this one, then I want this one means how I have to print? Now, what is the use of having this one? Anyways, it is not going to be printed. It is not going to be used. What is the use then? Though the memory is wasted, unnecessarily wasted. So simply it is going to delete. That is the reason it will simply delete. So latest value will be stored and the previous value automatically deletes. Deleting the previous value automatically is called as high level programming. Automatically deletes. You are not going to do manually. For example, if it is not a high level programming, then what you have to do? A is equal to 25. A is equal to 50 means what? If it is not a high level programming, in that case, what happens means it is going to throw the error. Error it will throw and it will say already A variable exists with another value. Already A is available. A variable A is already there. And you can't assign the new value. It will throw the error. Then what we have to do in that case? We have to separately write the del a, means first we have to delete the a variable. Later we have to write the 50 in that case. But here in the Python, it is a high level. So automatically the previous value will be deleted. In the backend, what happens means first it is going to delete the previous one and it is going to assign the new one. Automatically it happens. You are not going to do manually, it will happen automatically. That is the reason it is called as high level programming. Okay. Now, so a is equal to 50. You are writing the a is equal to 50 like this. And now if you ask a, it is going to print the 50. So it stores the latest value assigned to the variable. And the next one is called as del. How to delete the variable. Deleting the code is different. Deleting the object in the RAM is different. For example, if you go here, sir, I'm deleting, sir. I have clicked on the cut button and deleted. Now, if I'm executing A means, sir, 50 is getting, sir. Why 50 is printing? A is deleted now. Why 50 is printing? You have deleted the code. You have not deleted the object. You deleted the code only. For example, if you write here A is equal to 50, for example, you are writing C is equal to 55 means object will be created. No, unless you execute that one, object will not be created. You are writing the code is different, creating the object is different. When you write the code, C is equal to 55, just you have written the code only. When you execute, then the object will be created. When you execute, this will be created. If you don't execute, for example, C is equal to 55, I have written, but I have not executed. I have not executed. Here empty. See, I am not having any number. No number means it has not executed. The cell was not executed. When a cell was executed means some number should be printed. So here number is not there means the cell was not executed. I am asking to print the C value. What is the C value now? I am asking means it is printing 10. Why 10 it is printing? Because here already I have printed here executed C is equal to 10, saved one. For example, if I am asking print F, here F is equal to 55. Print F. If I ask print F, it is going to throw the error called as F is not defined. Means there is no object in your RAM with F. There is no object called as F. Now, sir, I have written the F is equal to 55, sir, but it is not printing, sir. You have written, but you have not executed. You have not executed. Once you execute this one, then after that, this will work. When you have executed, then only the object will be created. Similarly, object should be deleted means you have to use the del. Then object will be deleted. Simply if you go and back and do the backspace, object will not be deleted. Code will be deleted. You have deleted or you have erased the code, not the object. Object should be deleted means you have to write in terms of del space variable name. What are the variable name? Then that object will be deleted. So when you have created this one, it is going to create 55 with F like this. And when you have written the printf, it is printing the 55. When you are executing this one in the backend, the object, entire variable name, value, everything erased. How I am erasing in the same way in the backend, it will be erased. Object will be erased. Nothing will be there. Variable name will not be there. Object also will not be there. Value also will not be there. Nothing will be there. Okay. Once you execute the del F, the object is deleted. Now, if you ask again F to print the variable F, it will throw the error called as name error. What is the meaning of name error? Means that particular, there is no name with this particular name with object. There is no object. Name error meaning is no object with name F. There is no name with F. There is no object. Okay. So till now we have created A A we have created, B we have created, C we have created. Like this we have created different. Now what about the A? If I ask print A, print A is working. Okay. B, if I ask B, B also there. C also there. A value is there, B value is there, C value is there. All these things are there. Now what I'm going to do means del A, B. Both of them I'm deleting. Two things I'm deleting. Now, if you ask the same question once again, print A. Now you are asking again print A. It is going to throw the error. If you ask B also, it will throw the error. What about C? Have you deleted the C? No, C will be there. C, no, there is no problem with the C. What objects you have deleted? That will be not there. Is the points are clear? So this is with respect to today's class, and I'm going to share you the notes. So how I'm going to share you the notes means in this way. So in the Google Drive, you are going to receive the notes, which is called as variables. And here you are going to have in terms of notes like this and everything, whatever we have discussed, each and everything, how to assign. See, I have written the notes, I have written this one, and how to execute the code, how to delete the single variable, how to delete the multiple variables, comments, everything I have written very clearly. So you can practice, right? And along with that, I'm going to even share you the print also. This file also I'll share you how to print the numerical value, how to print the non-numerical value, and how to print the multiple values, how to print the single variable, how to print the multiple variables, what is the syntax for multiple variables, and how to print the combination of values and variables. Is the point is clear? And you are going to receive the notes in the PDF format, and where there is no copy paste option, you have to type. While typing, for example, in a flow, you are typing like this. Print, you are typing PRIN only. It will throw one error. What is this? Then you'll understand here you have made a mistake called as PRIN is not correct one. And you are going to modify this one to T. Once you do the mistake, then you'll rectify that one. Then you will get into the subject. If you don't have any mistakes, if I directly share you the Python code, and if you simply do the shift enter, shift enter, shift enter, then what you'll get? Is the point is clear? So I'm going to share you the notes only in the PDF format. Yes, now you can ask what are the questions you are having. And if you're not having any questions, you can leave. And tomorrow's class, we are going to discuss the data types. Okay. By next week, we'll complete the core Python. And once core Python is completed, we'll move on to the Python for data science.